Last game for tonight. It's Magnus against Adams. Let's ask for some computer help here. And we are still at the London Chess Classics, which I think is the last tournament in 2011. So then it's time to play. Then it's time for 2012, and then, as we have seen before, the World Championship match between Anand and Galfand will take place, and it will be 6-6 after all the games, and then Anand will win the playoff, keep the title. So it's already time for Magnus to start preparing for the next cycle. So Magnus played white against Adams here. We are still at the London Chess Classics, and he's playing the Queen's Nimzo Indian defense here. This is very, very much analyzed. Nimzo Indian is probably the most popular reply to d4, at least when these games were played. Nowadays there are also Queen's Gambit declined and a few other openings, also some kind of but at this time maybe Slav and Nimzo Indian was the most popular defenses. So this, as you can see, the computer already thinks black is has at least equaled here. So let's see how Magnus managed to trick Michael here. It was possible to take on f3. You kinda don't want to give up the bishop pair, but yeah, computer likes that. It weakened white's king side. Yeah. And the knights are quite, it's like in Shigorin. The knights are quite strong sometimes in the Queen's Gambit, but because there is outposts and a lot of squares. I mean, not felt, that's Swedish. Squares, I mean, lots of squares for the knights. But of course, this is also fine to keep the strong bishop here. Magnus could maybe have tried this one, but now then he can take and take here, yeah. So that doesn't work. He has to go here to keep the pawn. And c5 opening the center. Computer does not like that. Rook here was better. Then white has to do here. And the position is quite equal. Okay, let's see what happened. He did that, so he could take. Also interesting way to take and b5 to get the passer. If Magnus would take here, it would just be so drawish like. So this move is a signal that Magnus still wants to try to win here, and he does rook a8. But now this passer is strong. The computer wants to go here, I guess, to try to win the b5 pawn. Okay, so if he moves here, then apparently c3. Yeah, he wants to push the pass, so that's more logical actually. Push his pass. So passed pawns must be pushed, as Nimzowitsch wrote in my system. Passed pawns must be pushed. So definitely wrong. yeah, he definitely should have pushed the passer when he had the chance. Now black tries to trade the queens, but let's see if Magnus can avoid it. It looks like it's hard to avoid a queen trade here. Now he threatens mate here, so that has to be defended, of course. And now he takes. He didn't want to take before, but now he takes. That's strange. Yeah, putting the bishop in the center looks maybe a bit more solid. And also why... okay, he can't do this because the fork, I guess. Yeah, he can't do that because the fork, so he still gets the doubled pawns here. Okay, so he has a good blockading knight on b6 at least. So, okay, so that's an inaccuracy. They have played quite strong. This first inaccuracy maybe of the game. g6 was correct. That's also a weird line that he could force a draw like this, apparently. Apparently that's drawing checks, apparently. No, it's not drawing checks, he has to go here. Okay, that's this typical computer move, like it's like few would see that move actually, I think, followed by e4. So let's see here. This was bad because yeah, in the long run the bishops could be strong, so, and it's, yeah, black's king is a little bit weak, so it's not unreasonable that white might be strong in the long run here. Okay, so he could have taken here now, but Magnus didn't see that. Let's see what happens here. Okay, and he should take here. Okay, he has to take. The plan is to go here. Only move is here. And he has to defend. Okay, so white has 4 pawns for the knight. Yeah, it's still not completely clear here, but it was definitely interesting. Why didn't Magnus do that? What could he have missed? Maybe he missed bishop takes. Maybe missed bishop take here. There's also this one. Yeah, you can't take because it's a check. And that's a nice tactic. Can't take because you get mated instead. So you have to take. That would have also been an interesting line here. So lots of things to think about for Magnus here. Maybe they were starting to get in time trouble and he couldn't calculate everything, so he did bishop f3, kept slight advantage here. Okay, bishop e5. Computer still likes g6. But for a human it looks bad to weaken the black squares when they have such a bishop. Okay, so he should have tried to trade queens again with this. Because now I guess he can go around here maybe. Let's see what happens. No, he did that. Okay, and this is losing mistake. Yeah, there is quite an easy tactic there. Something like this, and it would have been still a game. Apparently that's also a little bit weird to put it here, but yeah, Magnus is still better here, but this even I can see that this is winning for white. The point is obviously if it takes, then take here, and this one is gone. So I tried this one, but of course now you're just a piece down for nothing. So that's, maybe it wasn't time trouble, it was just a weak tactic that Adams missed here, but it was quite an interesting game anyway. And it was also interesting that black had enough play despite playing against the bishop pair, but yeah, this knight c4 ruined an interesting game because it just lost a piece for nothing. Because yeah, this maybe doesn't lose a piece, but it's two bishops against a rook. It's just, this is also very lost for black, of course. Okay, see you next game.